Well. Good afternoon, Vault Dwellers. Good afternoon. Hopefully everybody's having a great and a wonderful day thus far. Oh my. We got off work a little early because we're off work for the next week. Oh, boy. Howdy. I got some projects to work on, some videos to edit, and I got to take the wife down to Jacksonville, Florida, I think on Tuesday. So, a fun day. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to be watching the AMA. Why not? Go ahead and watch it with y'all. Welcome in, Mike. How are we doing? Do you like that DM? Wondrous. I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know which one do I want to do? I could be like, you need help, or you've got a problem. But I chose to go nicely into that wondrous night and say wondrous. There's about to be something that y'all don't really get to see a lot. What up, Val? We're gonna see if it's working. Because I haven't tested this one feature out yet. You know what? I haven't tested that feature, and it doesn't seem like it's working. I don't think it's working. I'll have to go in there and figure out why that isn't pulling from there. Wait, could it be? Hey, let's go, Alan. Oh, that's probably why. I didn't even realize that was gonna be a thing just yet. So maybe it'll start working now. Dude, seriously, Alan, I appreciate you with the Prime. I didn't realize that I wasn't signed into the wonderful YouTube on that. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Josie. I thought for a second, I swear to God, I thought that was not Josie. I thought, oh my gosh. I thought, oh. What's her name, Mike? I feel so bad now. Now it's working. Sweet. God, Giggles. That's it. I hadn't talked to Giggles in such a minute. It looked like Giggles' profile picture, and I was like, oh God, it's Giggles. Everybody run. But yeah, so we got this feature working now thanks to Nutty. Sorry, Twitch. I will be showing YouTube's names as well because look, I stream on both platforms. You're fine with it. I'm fine with it. We're here. We're hanging out. So I'm just waiting for the AMA to open up. It'll open up here in just a couple of minutes, but hopefully everybody's having a good one. What up, Quartermain? How we doing on the wonderful day so far? Yeah, I could not think of Giggle's name. I was like, oh my God, what's her name? I couldn't remember. I genuinely could not remember the name. So I was like, it's Lord of the Rings. God dang it. Yeah, what up, Nod? My phone keeps messing up. Oh, it sucks that your phone's messing up. What up, Koof? How we doing today, bud? Ball, I haven't played this game in like 2 years. Yes, it's very enjoyable. I still play it every single day, like about an hour each day because I don't want to burn out on the game. I call her everything but giggles, exactly. Yeah, just call her Lord of Rings Power Enjoyer. There you go. Like Rings of Power Enjoyer. And she'll like that son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? She'll come out of the woodwork if you say that. But yeah, no, that sucks. But yeah, no, I always tell people is like you need to take a break. You don't want to burn out from a game that you enjoy. You don't want to burn out from anything that you enjoy. So basically what I do is I get on, I do my dailies, I do like part of my weeklies, and then I go play a different game. Like right now I'm playing Valheim. I don't have a problem. I haven't put like 40, 50 hours into the Valheim server since we just started. Your Fallout 76 fix. Good Lord, why is that so hard to say in my brain? Why was that so hard to say? I don't even know why that was so hard to say. It's terrible. Nerdham. Dude, I love Valheim. God, I love Valheim. It's such a good game. We always go back to play it every year. Every year we'll like play a little bit. Well. It's a Frugan. 600 hours. I have gosh, how many hours in the game do I have? In 76. I have 4,736 hours in the game. I've played it every day except for like 2 or 3 days. Like when I went to California for the Xbox game showcase back in 2024. I've only missed a couple of days, but I've been playing every day since 2022. Yeah, them rookie numbers. No. I'm not a veteran. Like a couple of my friends have like 10,000. Like Knight Taylor has like 10,000 hours. No, like 8 or 9,000 hours now. Because he got the 7,600 hours last year. You know, see, yeah, that's the thing. I like a Frugan being here. A Frugan's cool. We should ban Smurf. That's who we should ban. Where's the ban hammer when you need it? Dude, coffee, 5K hours. Hell yeah, let's go. Uh-oh.
If you don't know, my name is Richard, Senior Community Manager here at Bethesda Softworks, and you are back for one more, our final for the year, Discord AMA. This is the chance when we get to pretty much just hang out with you all, talk about what we've had for lunch and other random topics, but more importantly, answer your questions about the upcoming update, which for now is Burning Springs, arriving to you on December 2nd. But also just answer other questions that you have for us too. I'm here with my wonderful co-host Danielle. Danielle, say hi to the people.
Hi, people. I'm Danielle,
It's
also
time.
known as Violet Light. I'm one of the community managers.
It's scary to have this here, but they're really good about moderating
nice to
it.
see y'all again.
And as always, we are joined here with some wonderful dev guest friends. So I'm going to kick things off with Bill. Now that your setup is working, why don't you give yourself a quick introduction for the people who may not know who you are?
You know, the sad part is I just forgot that I used push to talk on Discord. That's all it was.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
For good reason. But anyway, yeah, so I'm Bill Lacoste, production director on Fallout 76. And this is amazing. Love doing these AMAs with y'all.
And then I'm going to throw it over to Rebecca, who's to my right, but I'm not going to play this entire game because I know it changes every 5 seconds. So, Rebecca, why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
Hi there, guys. My name is Rebecca, longtime faceless lurker and commenter, first time showing face here on one of these AMAs, so nice to see you guys. I am the producer on, lead producer on Burning Springs, and producer over here at Bethesda, and lover of jokes, as you've seen as my comments to you guys in the chat. So very excited to be here in one of these.
Ooh, awesome. Cowboy.
Thank you. And then last but certainly not least,
Cowboy will be good.
The master of protein himself, John. John, give yourself a quick introduction.
I am the master of protein. Hey, everybody. I'm John Rush.
I was going to say Captain Nuke McCloud of protein.
76. Yeah. Happy to be here with everybody. Again, sludge lung, recovering. I'll do what I can, but happy to answer all questions that I can. So let's go.
We appreciate that. Now, you might be wondering, why are we doing this one a bit early? Well, that's because next week is the American holiday of Thanksgiving, and we didn't want to lose out on this moment to kind of sit here and chat with you all and answer your questions. So we wanted to just take a moment to do that. So now with introductions done and pretty much housekeeping out of the way too, we're just going to go ahead and get things started. The first batch of questions is for everybody, so we're kind of just going to hear from each one of you about them. And they're actually from me. So my first question is, the last time we spoke was pretty much right before the camp revamp update, and then since then we've been able to see all of the amazing camps that people have created over the past few months. And I just wanted to get an idea of how you all have felt about that.
I do the same quarter, man.
That it's been
I have like 3 or 4.
3 months since it's released. Let's go ahead and start with a Bill.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I posted a few of these that I've seen online where people have just said, hey, here's my camp. And I'm like, that is the most amazing camp I've ever seen. We've seen fish. We've seen chainsaws. We've seen some really awesome haunted houses. People out there are super creative, and it makes me feel bad about how terrible my building skills are. So I try very hard, but you guys are amazing. You guys blow me out of the water. So, but yeah, it was really fun to see that, and also just the idea to relax those rules around camp building so players could build out some of these really amazing camps has made a huge positive impact on the game. So really excited to see what comes next in Burning Springs and see what people create out there.
John?
Yeah, lifting the build rules, I think, made a huge difference.
What up, Noodle?
In unlocking
What up, Bubble? How we doing?
Creativity, right?
That's what they
Letting them
say.
build what's in their mind's eye, running around, seeing lots of crazy camps way above the ground
Yep.
too. Lots of
It's
sky
true.
camps, lots of cool treehouse villages, lots of creativity going on.
Dude, it's insane
Bethesda Game Studios,
what builders
has
can
the best
do.
community in gaming, and definitely the most creative from what we've been seeing. So keep those awesome builds coming. Also, the great camp building contest that our wonderful community team,
Who was that,
positioned
Mike?
here on my monitor, hosted over the last few months, really showcased everyone's range of creativity. We saw some great stuff coming through there. So more of that in the future, I'm sure. But yeah, keep those great builds coming.
Yeah, sound like a broken record.
This is the
Seconding
camp
all that. I think
Mike's
it's
talking
great
about.
for us to have that variety in our updates where we're giving things for our building community and our creatives in there, and also taking the time to do things for our end game players. So I'm one of the part of the community that I love building things and customizing them. I'm not very good, but I do like to do it. So this update was awesome to see.
Oh, it's awesome, Bubble.
And
did you enjoy
the
it?
floating tree houses have been my favorite. It's been so cool. So yeah, it's been great to see.
Danielle, what's our last camp contest for December? What's the theme?
It is the kindest. Is it dwellers or raiders? I don't know where we landed, but one of those ever known. So it's like really focusing on you, the community, and your camp.
Oh, I'm glad to hear
people can go.
I hated that I wasn't able to go.
And help each other
What up,
out.
Shooter?
That's kind of the focus for December.
Not as of yet,
And of
Shooter.
course, building in Burning Springs. So don't forget to do that.
For sure.
We'll talk on that later.
So awesome, I think, to see you all kind of make these pit stops along the roads of
same,
Appalachia
Blitz.
and Burning Springs.
Same.
As we look to welcome people back into the game for a pretty large content update, which is always a bunch of fun. One other question that I had for this dev group before we get into all of your questions is that about halfway through September during the Invaders from Beyond event, something very different happened for a lot of people. People started seeing glowing mass drop from the bosses at the end of the event, and I just wanted to give John, Bill, you all a quick little space to maybe explain to people what actually happened there. Because there was a lot of confusion. We intentionally were a bit silent because we didn't want to let anybody know. We wanted it to feel like a fun surprise. And it was really cool to see.
Same, Bubble. I'm going to try to go.
Wind of what was happening. Everybody jump back into the game and have these Invaders from Beyond events be stacked.
You or me, Bill?
I'll just start first, but mine's a little bit different. I'm just going to say, I think we'll probably just give Richard a hug because it was probably really tough to talk about how everyone else is getting glowing masks, but not him. So it takes a lot of courage to say that out loud, and and so we love you, Richard.
I have you know that thanks to this fun event, I was able to obtain my first glowing mask. So super proud. Nice. I have a
good work.
I love how they rib each other.
You have a small collection of the same mask?
No, they're different masks. They're definitely different masks.
Oh, okay.
I have Bigfoot,
excellent.
And then I have the glowing corncob mask. So one of the newer masks.
Did you say Bigfoot?
Yeah, I have a Bigfoot mask.
Nice.
Yeah. So John, you were going to say about this event as a whole.
Yeah, so
it's awesome.
I could kind of pull the curtain back a little bit for folks on live service game or about live service games. So we have a fantastic live team, fantastic community team, and what we've used. So the benefit of being a live service is there is an opportunity to be able to kind of flip switches to have these sort of fun things happen spontaneously that players can hop in and enjoy. Maybe things that kind of go outside the boundaries of what you normally experience, or even sometimes outside the boundaries of common sense or lore in the game. But these temporary activations, I think, are a really fun opportunity to boost community engagement and just
nice,
give our
Koof.
players something else to do. That's a lot of fun. Historically, what we've used those kind of live toggles for, toggle off, toggle on, is like, okay, if this feature is going to come out, we need to make sure that it's working well. We get QA going in there and they test it, everything's good. Sometimes when it hits live servers, things happen, and so we'll just switch to flip it off while we work on a fix and then hot fix. But we can also use those on-off switches for fun stuff too, like what we did with Invaders. Hey, we're gonna flip this switch for 24 hours, and for 24 hours, you are gonna get a glowing Fosnock mask off of General Zeta. That was done for a couple reasons. One, we felt bad for Richard, who's never gotten a glowing mask from Fosnock, so we wanted to put this in to really make sure that he was able to round out his collection of masks with a few glowing masks. So congratulations, Richard, you got some glowing masks. I'm so happy for you. But we also wanted to see how the community reacted to those kind of fun surprises, right? Those fun surprises.
Just got to hide it from the data miners.
A great opportunity to engage with you all.
Hide it in the system a little bit
with these kind of fun surprises.
To where to be an actual surprise.
Players loved it, so easy to say there's going to be more of these coming up down the road.
That's crazy.
But what's nice about kind of building these up slowly, patch to patch to patch to patch, is that once we make them once, we always have them. You know, it doesn't mean we're always going to use them, but next time Invaders runs, we could easily just go whoop, hit the switch. Everybody comes in and chases those glowing masks. Or
sorry, Twitch,
it might be something.
You got an ad break.
We'll have
you can come watch ad free on YouTube.
Plans for a lot more.
I don't really run ads on YouTube.
Live service game.
Only on videos.
Absolutely is. And I am excited to say that we have a Carl, and I'm just giving him a few seconds before I bring him up to the stage, because Carl, once you join, your mic will be activated. You'll have to activate your camera, but just want to make sure that you have a few moments to get ready before I actually bring you onto the stage. And so I'm gonna say one more thing before we get started, because actually this first question is for John and Carl. But before we dive into that, we saw a lot of questions.
What up, Starkiller?
Like a lot of questions with a lot of upvotes. So thank you so much for submitting your question and for upvoting about what's coming in the future for Fallout 76. We love that you want to know more about the game's future plans, and there will be a time and a place for us to talk about a lot of what the team has planned, because boy, do they have a lot planned.
Yo, what up, Bob?
The game. So we don't answer your specific question.
Hey, glad to have you here.
It's a great question.
That's why I went ahead and did it, is because I was like, I'm going to watch it, and some people may forget. And not everybody has like access either to the Discord or it's not recorded anywhere.
Raising his hand.
Yeah. Carl.
Hello. Okay.
Let's go. Gotta love Carl.
Wow, there he
crew is here. So, Carl, I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. Can you give yourself a quick introduction for the people who may not know who you are?
Press the wrong button.
Sure. I'm Carl McKevitt. I'm lead designer on 76. I started as a quest designer on 76 a little bit before we launched. Worked on a lot of the post-launch DLC, Wild Appalachia, the Brotherhood of Seal stuff. Kind of moved over to helping out with our external folks, like certain like Nuka World on Tour and that stuff with the Double 11 crew, and then that transitioned back towards just the core team itself being a lead designer there. In terms of what does a lead designer do, I would say I'm John's crony. That's one way to put it. But mostly it's about trying to turn the creative vision into things that actually get into the.
By the way, if you don't know, Carl's the one that did a lot of research for Skyline Valley.
Level designers,
that like took a lot of photos, posted on Twitter and stuff like that.
Designers and systems itself is like 5 different disciplines all at once. So corralling all those various folks together, getting the vision of the game into design. That's
awesome.
What I do.
Thank you. And actually, before we go, Rebecca, did you want to speak to what a producer does?
Oh my goodness, everything. My thing I like to say about producers is on game teams, you know when you don't have a producer there very acutely, because people don't know where things are disorganized, no one knows what they're doing. But if a producer is doing their job, you don't know they're there. I think of them kind of like the roadies of like if the
Geezer,
team is a
appreciate
band,
you, buddy.
They're behind the scenes, kind of making sure everything's running smoothly.
Get a 645 for Geezer for
and
joining
sometimes
up.
the Crusher of Dreams design, which
if you have a good relationship
with your design counterparts, obviously, it's never we can't. It's a here's what we can do, here's what we can't do based on the time we have, the people we have, and what else we all have planning. So project manager, also it sits in that weird spot of player of the game, not knowledgeable of what we do in terms of design, helping to suggest and make the game better, looking at analytics, basically everything, and getting people to help make the game.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Our first question is from the aptly named John Fallout themselves.
John Fallout.
I would say that this is John's fake account, but they spell their name differently than you do.
John's
J-O-
fake account.
Yeah. So John Fallout says, why pick Ohio as a new location? And will there be any new expeditions? So I'm tossing this one to John and Carl, if one of you wants to start.
How about it, Carl?
Yeah, I'll take the Ohio part. So part of it is kind of practical. It is a part of the map that we wanted to explore, right? It's that little, it's
Also,
a
Ohio's
peninsula.
scary.
Obviously, there's all of Ohio beyond that. But we wanted to go across the river. We wanted to see that part of it. To me, the more interesting story was how we arrived at Ohio being a desert, which is pretty different from what Ohio is in the real world. Part of that came from, I'd say, desire to have more diversity in our map. Part of it to kind of hint on the nostalgia of New Vegas, something that, we obviously can't make our way all the way over to Vegas to try to get that feel from it. But that was an interesting kind of creative prompt to say, how can we take this lesser known part of the country, this, the Ohio on the Ohio River Valley area, how do we turn that into something kind of different and unique feeling from Appalachia itself? So yeah, that's where we landed there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it, John.
I was going to add to that. If you think of, well, I'll say, we like to think of our Appalachia map as kind of like a theme park, right? So if you picture like a map of, say,
Yeah, it does,
Disneyland,
Shooter. It
you've
really
got the
does.
different areas to the park, which are all very thematically different from one another, but cohesive in that they feel like one place, right? They feel like Disneyland, but there's Tomorrowland,
Ohio.
and they're all different. So we try to do that with our region. So when we're expanding into a new region like Ohio, like Carl said, we hadn't really done that kind of biome yet, right? And so having that happen up here in Ohio, it seemed like kind of an interesting creative choice. So yeah, what was the second part of the question? It was about expeditions.
Yeah, will there be?
Well, that's something we can talk about, Shooter. I have some thoughts.
Oh, I think so. I can't say when, but boy, do we have some fun ideas floating around for some new expeditions. Expeditions came about looking at player feedback, right? And kind of our elder players wanting that bigger challenge and that next step up in power. And so with Gleaming Depths, I think that we were able to accomplish that, right, on the first go. We learned some lessons from Gleaming Depths, I think, that we would apply to future raids. But yeah, stay tuned. I think there could be some more raids coming up.
Yeah. And Bill and I both
I'm gonna miss
chuckled,
caravans
I think,
too.
at the same thing.
We'll probably be back.
The elder and elder players.
What?
It's just you called our veteran players elder players, and Bill and I both chuckled just because probably
Why is that funny?
we're both probably just children, and we're like, oh, you're calling them old.
Oh, I don't mean that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
Said all that
big-
to
with-
say
with big numbers next to their names.
big levels next to their names.
Our
So
big level players, yes.
This next question is for Rebecca, and it's from Cornstarch and Diesel Mage. They both kind of had the same question.
Thank you,
And
Rebecca.
it's,
Back
how
in my
can we
day.
explore all of Burning Springs.
Get off
We've
my
seen the
yawn.
PTS stuff, the map. We're showing there are boundaries that the players definitely notice running into when playing Burning Springs during the PTS for the first time. So I was hoping that you could speak to those boundaries for the region.
Sure. Yeah. So for our first region expansion we ever did, Skyline Valley, we took the approach of having the entire border open so we could have folks come in from all different angles and seeing the region. It's great. So we got feedback on that. of folks seeing everything at once. And we really, for this specific update, we wanted to see what happens if we go have this funnel to have it open up and feel like its own special part of the map. One of the things we're also very aware of too is whenever we do a map expansion, we're opening up a map and saying this is where content's going. It's really hard for us to then go back if we have to move player camps. So if we don't have a very strong, like, this is what we want to do with this space idea and we can't do it all at once, it's helping us to help you guys to make sure that this is what we want to do with this specific space at this time. I saw a lot of feedback about the river as well. We would much rather save that for something else that we might or may not have planned for it to make that a better experience, as opposed to opening it up and then you guys put camps and then, hey guys, you know this cool camp that you built? We're going to bulldoze it. And that's just not a good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely don't want to give something and then take it away in terms of like camp spaces and locations. Once you build a home there, we would love for you to feel comfortable in that home there. So I remember having this conversation too.
I have a 76 map. You can still find Quartermain.
My Outpost Zero, which we'll talk about a bit later in this AMA. Quick follow up. Yeah, go for it.
Was the follow up around this as well? I'll let you go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, kind of, but go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, just as a little caveat, it's been really great to see people care so much about Ohio. One of the jokes that I've made to the dev team internally is it is the most concentrated positive feedback we've gotten on that, and to see folks really excited about the region has been great. So yes, this is what we're giving for this specific patch, but you know, if we, in doing so, we're allowing ourselves in the future space to expand, to develop, and give awesome new experiences for you guys, as opposed to just bulldozing camps and having to redo it.
Here's
yeah. So
28
this is
by
kind of
28
tied to it because in the
Etsy.
PTS article we mentioned
if I can find a shorter
the main
link.
quest line is kind of like it's a part one for the region, and we also saw a bunch of questions asking for a bit of clarification about what does the team mean by that. Rebecca, I think you kind of spoke to it, but Carl, since I worked with you closely on those PTS notes, can you add to that about this being part one of the quest line for the region?
Not in a way that I can disclose information. So,
that's what,
no,
that was my thing.
So
if they have something planned,
confirmation that yes, the team does plan on doing more.
I'm not confirming nothing.
No or deny.
Rich,
okay,
but
that's been my thought the entire time.
Most of it was just saying we, as the character Rusting is a character we all very much liked internally. His performance is awesome. His vibe is awesome. And we know that Burning Springs doesn't let you take his story to completion necessarily. So it opens him up as a character.
The Rust King is great.
Explore in the future.
Yeah.
There it is. Awesome. Thank you.
I will as soon as this is done and I do my dailies.
Kamazoots said their title is New Food Recipes. And this is for Rebecca. Will there be any new cooking recipes in the Burning Springs update?
There is.
We have not had any new pies added to the game for a while, and we are criminally lacking in pizzas.
If the question is specifically on pies, then we don't have that for this update. But we do have new food recipes. We have our new fun friend or angry friend, depending on how you find them, of the Rad Hog out in the region. And we have a couple of recipes where you can make things with the Rad Hog, including some burnt ends, which is great. We also have a new plant in the region,
the Kaiju?
Slipper Cactus. I think we have 3 new recipes as well for those. It's a start. You know, we'll see what the future holds. Maybe people will get more creative and come up with more recipes in the region trying to survive there. So it is not the end of that.
Awesome.
We're never adding pizza.
We're never adding pizza. I'm sorry.
Axolotl pizza, someone said. Oh my lord, you guys are
maybe axolotl pizza. Actually,
that's villainous.
Sounds amazing.
Hey,
one of each axolotl.
Who's a psychotic?
No.
Axolotl pepperoni, I think, is what we're pitching right now. Yeah.
Have them DoorDash axolotl pizza to my camp.
Oh no.
We
don't eat axolotl.
Appreciate you.
Somebody's getting banned.
Yeah, you guys, when we get pizza, then we'll get pickles too. I've been asking for pickles for forever.
Pickled axolotl.
That's a good one.
Yeah, not bad.
Nothing.
It is bad. It is bad, and it's okay to say that it's bad.
I won't type in
This
Snack
next
Salado.
question is from
So I feel it.
It's about
Yo, what up, Vix?
They say, why
I
is there
love
no
anchovies.
radiation in Burning Springs?
Love them.
There is radiation, right?
There's
Yeah.
rats. Yeah, there's rats.
Yeah.
Is there a more specific version of that? Like, yeah,
Nope.
yeah. I mean, you can add your own radiation with nukes. But there's also
Like
pockets of it
sardines.
as well. The water there is toxic. The junkyard in particular has got a few nice pockets.
Mhm.
I will say, I'll just throw this out there. It's something that we're considering when we're making public events now is to always consider pockets of radiation for our ghoul players to be in. So if you're ever in PTS and you feel like you don't have a good spot to go rad up during a public event, throw that feedback out there. That one's something we're keeping an eye on.
That's a great call. Yeah. All right. So this next question is from FMK. I don't know where I pulled an X from. It's about vaults in Burning Springs, and this is a group question, so I'm throwing this up to whomever has the answer. They say, one of my favorite things in Fallout is seeing what happened to the vaults. I love exploring their ruins and finding their secrets or running into groups that turn a vault into their home. Considering how much creative potential these places have and how well they can tell stories or become hubs for future content, can we expect new vaults to show up in the new region later on?
I can answer the why is there no vault in Burning Springs part, but as for the future, I'll throw that over to John. We had looked into whether we wanted to try to include a vault maybe on the edges there. Part of it is the precedent of where vaults would have been. Ohio itself, this area of Ohio rather, near the river there, that's somewhat low population. We also covered vaults pretty extensively in the previous region with Vault 63, and we wanted to do a little bit more of a wasteland focus for Ohio.
Could you imagine, Alan?
Keep the story above ground a bit. But yeah, John, for what we could do there in the future.
In Burning Springs specifically, I can't really say at this point. However, new vaults down them country roads, quite possibly. But yeah, really no specific answers for you today.
Awesome. Thank you both. This next question is about Gleaming Depths, because Burning Springs is introducing some changes to the Gleaming Depths rating experience. And it's from Fang, and I'm going to throw this one up to the group too. And Fang says, will we see any changes to the proposed raid loot changes, including the weekly cache? Currently, the overall changes seem to make the problem of getting people to clear the raid instead of farming the first boss much worse, while overall decreasing people's ability to earn 4 stars. With all the feedback in the channel for it not having any feedback on our current concerns over these changes, there's a real worry that it will
Appreciate that,
go to
Quartermain.
live as proposed.
What up,
And
Tez?
before we kind of get going with this, I want to take a moment to add a little bit of clarification to the weekly cash reward that players can receive for clearing the Gleaming Depths raid. So that cash provides a 4-star armor piece, power armor piece, melee weapon, and range weapon. So one clear of the Gleaming Depths raid will provide you that challenge reward, which gives you that's 4 pieces of 4-star loot. This wasn't exactly the clearest it could be in our PTS in our article. It's more clearly laid out in the upcoming patch notes that you'll see on December 2nd.
Hell yeah.
But I saw this question. I was like, this is a perfect time for us to
It's a good clarification.
clear that up. But if the team wanted to say anything else about the upcoming Gleaming Depths raid changes and loot changes, please. The mic is yours. Or did I just nail it?
You nailed it.
I think.
Well, the intent was to encourage people to play through the whole experience, right? It's like if you want to farm one of the bosses, okay, but you're so much more incentivized to go through the whole experience, find a couple friends, and go through and play the whole thing. So we want
you got to stream a stream of a stream of a stream. It's a streamception, Stig.
As far
you always got my permission. I don't care.
The specific reward
I'm just here.
refactoring Carl, you and I had spoken with systems design.
That's why
quite
all
a
my
bit on
stuff
that.
is like
Do you have any
Creative
more
Commons.
info
You-
on
I don't-
how that was arranged?
You
Yeah,
know what I
and
mean?
part of it was definitely the desire to make other aspects of the raid feel appealing and not
I'm not here
just
for
kind of
money,
focus in
so
on that very first fight. I'll say
just
it
here to
kind
have
of as a
fun.
blanket statement that we are keeping a close eye on the very, very long discussion
You
that
should
came out
come.
of that.
It's
We have
fun.
that thread up on
It's fun.
the PTS channel.
We'll be
We're
running a
also
lot of
taking
them
a look at how it behaves
on
once
December
the game goes
2nd,
out as
new
well.
season.
There's a lot of questions that we have around raids in terms of how we want that to behave with our player base and how it's currently performing. This is a relatively large change that we do feel we need a little bit of time out there to see how it behaves. I would expect that this is a thing that we continue to iterate on with future updates. And you know, the goal is, I think, generally we want more players to feel like they can take on raid content, but we don't want to remove that very specific challenge that our high level players are getting out of it. Especially any sort of content that brings players together in coordination, super positive. So we don't want to trivialize it, but we also don't want to shutter players out. So we've got a lot of plans for how we might want to address that in the future. For the immediate next steps in Burning Springs, it is more of a wait and watch with the current plan that we have going out there. I would expect us, though, to be respondent to that as we see it out in the wild.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you've heard enough from me. I'm gonna pass it over to Danielle to take us through the next two sections of questions from the community.
Yes, thank you, Richard. Okay, so these are under our more miscellaneous questions. So we'll have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The first question is from Zeradan about additional character slots. And this is for Bill and John. So at the AMA for the Ghoul update, there was a mention of additional character slots that was walked back a bit. Is there any chance that these might be coming about with Burning Springs?
Yeah, with the Ghoul, we had additionally planned on having that just to make room for if people wanted, if they had used all their character slots and then they wanted to make room for an extra one for a Ghoul, that they could. We did end up holding on to that. We have been discussing additional character slots for down the road. I don't believe we're opening any new ones up for Burning Springs. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, nothing new for Burning Springs.
Yeah. But yeah, for down the road, quite possibly. I apologize for the confusion around the Ghoul update.
Awesome, thank you. Well, it's good to know we're all thinking about these things. So, all right. Next question is from MuleBot for Carl and Rebecca. So, will we continue to see new cannery recipes being added? We haven't had any since it was introduced, and would like to see all of the recipes in game as cannibal at some point in time. Oh, they
I
added
think we
some
do
extra
have.
stuff.
So just on that, I'm not
Yeah.
sure the specifics there. I do believe that we intend to continue going with that. We saw it was a popular part of the season that came out, so I would anticipate we'll continue to support that. I'm not sure if there's anything specific for any particular patch, but once there is, we'll make sure we follow that up inside the vault so that you guys have a heads up on it.
Awesome. And then there's a little bit
I
of
like
a
cannery.
follow-up, sort of
Mind if I add a
unrelated.
bit more
Sure.
Sorry, do you mind
Yeah.
if I add a bit more info to the character question? So, yes, additional character slots we've talked about for down the road, but also something that we've talked about quite a bit are the reasons that people are making these additional characters. And a number of those extra character slots are being used for like mules, right? Characters just holding on to things to compensate for staff space. So there are also discussions on how to alleviate that, making it so that players don't have to lean so much on having alternate characters to hold
Don't
stuff
tease us, John.
as much
Don't
as they
tease
are
us like
now.
that.
So we're always talking about that too. I would anticipate down the road looking for kind of solutions to that coming from both sides, right? Like possibly more character slots and possibly ways to help you kind of
More stash
get
space
a
would be
better
great.
wrangle on the reasons why you
What up,
are
Cajun?
making those extra characters. I know people want them also for role playing, and they just want to try new characters too. So not discounting that, but anyhow, just wanted to give a bit more background to that answer rather than just saying, yeah, maybe.
It's much appreciated.
Can't confirm.
Okay, so there was a follow-up to
Freezer would be
this
nice too.
question that's kind of unrelated to the cannery, but let's see. So, additionally, will we continue to see the old nuclear winter plans make a comeback? We've seen some added to the spooky scorch and would like to see the trend continue.
Holiday Scorched.
I think I can
I do believe.
speak. Oh, John, did you have something you want to say?
Go ahead.
Just as a general note for this, we're always looking for ways with our older content to where it makes sense as we're developing new things to find opportunities where it fits and we can bring those things back.
That'd be nice.
Kind of just generally. So obviously we see, how the noise, or not noise, I should say, excitement around nuclear winter of that too. And those, so we're looking for opportunities to balance those. But John, I can go ahead and let you add some detail to that if you have more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really what you were saying, we're always looking for ways to bring that stuff back. It's amazing when you look at all of the assets that have been made for Fallout over the past, 15 years or so. It's going through our library of things. It's honestly, it's like a Hollywood backlot of just stuff. So much cool stuff that while we would love to just say, hey, everybody, here's everything, we need to find the proper avenues to release that and the proper tempo to release that. So that's definitely on our radar. But the specific means of vending that to you all is TBD.
Awesome. Thank you. And let's see. The next question is from Ravnir. I apologize if I didn't get that right. This is for Bill. Hey
Appreciate you,
guys,
Zim.
the native version for Fallout 76 has now been announced, and I'm really happy about it. Will it still be possible to play together with other people on last gen? Can we expect what can we expect to see with this update?
Yeah, just that. So whether or not you're upgrading from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 or Xbox One to Xbox Series S or X, you're going to be able to play with all of your friends on that platform. So nothing changes there. All the same stuff. Same achievements. You've got all your trophies, you've got your achievements, you got your characters. Yeah, nothing's changing there for you.
And the second part of that question was kind of what they might expect from the next gen.
At the initial release, just that, like making sure that those next gen versions are actually playing well and performing well on those next gen consoles. And then
Not me, just
there'll probably
watching
be some
them.
future optimizations that we make.
Talking about it
right
afterwards.
now, just getting them out and making sure they're performing right.
And to add to that a little bit, in between now and when that comes out, we've got some lighting and rendering improvements that are making their way into the game that players are going to notice as well. So sort of a iterative process that kind of really sort of comes to a head when we release those next gen versions. But most major patches from then until now should include improvements along the way.
I don't see it happening for quite some time.
Yeah, and just to be specific, we are making the change over to DirectX 12. So that'll be one of the major updates that goes along with these new versions.
Happy about that.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question is from Rainy Day in Space. Looks like this will kind of be for the whole group. So we have recently seen a rebalance of all the weapons and associated perks. With the new mods being added to Burning Springs, will we be seeing an armor legendary rebalancing coming? I lied. This is actually for you, Richard.
I think if Carl wants to speak to it, he definitely can, because I was just
yeah. There is indeed an armor rework underway. It will be in the PTS for somebody to play test at a later date. don't want to commit to anything just yet. That is the next thing that's on our radar is armor.
Yeah.
And so people know these changes aren't done to punish specific types of players or nerf certain, that's not the purpose of these at all. The purpose of these changes and adjustments is to make sure that you all have as many choices as possible for how you want to play the game, rather than having to feel like you're getting locked into one specific play style.
Choices are always good.
Yeah, I just had a chat with the team about these changes too. So you'll probably be hearing about them sooner rather than later. So just stay tuned.
Awesome. And this question is from Coffee for John and Bill. It's great that a new workshop location has been added to Burning Springs region. Its design is perfect for Fallout 4 nostalgia, and I'm looking forward to seeing it on the live servers. However, the workshop system itself is outdated and hasn't been updated in 7 years. Are there any plans to rework the workshop system in the near future?
I take this one, Bill, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Knew this was coming.
Okay. Where do I start? Such a good question. So many ways to approach this question.
That's what I was wondering.
Different answers I could give. Okay, I'm going to go back to Nuclear Winter. I bet you weren't expecting that. Okay, so Nuclear Winter, right? We introduce a mode to players where they're taken off of the Appalachian map that they can influence and whatnot, and put in an arena where they fight one another. And yeah, it was fun. There goes my phone. It was fun, and I view that feature as successful. However, those big types of features that run in parallel with the core service require a huge team to keep going, not just to make sure that they're free of bugs, but also to keep expanding on the different game modes and populating with new rewards and challenges for our players. So what we've come to learn about our player base since the launch of the game is, you've probably heard me say this before launching Fallout 76, we were all under the impression that, oh, it's a multiplayer Fallout, it's a post-apocalyptic environment, and people are going to want to kill one another. Let's give them these workshops that they fight for the resources.
Not a criticism. It's constructive criticism.
Kill each other even more. But what we've learned is that our player base wants to really just help one another, right? They want to give new players things. They want to even give existing players things. Thank you for all the axolotls I've gotten from you all in the past, by the way. They've tasted really good, and they want to show off things that they've done, right? Like all the cool camps they've built. Now, that's true for a majority of players. I recognize there's also an appetite for players that want to compete in PvP type activities. I don't think Nuclear Winter in the end ended up being the right way to go about it. However, you mentioning workshops is really interesting. I've been paying a lot of attention to workshops lately, playing through a ton of them, and they're fun. Yeah, they haven't been touched since launch. I think the core idea of them is fun, but I also think that there could be a possible angle to play those up down the road in a non-punishing PvP, maybe even kind of a factions kind of angle, right? Just high level thinking, nothing concrete. What we're doing though is looking at our Appalachian map and looking for ways where on the map, in the map, players can go and participate in some sort of PvP activity. Again, we don't want it to be punishing. We want it to also fit within the fiction, have it be maybe faction based, definitely resource based, and not pull people from Appalachia and put them into a different service, essentially running two games in parallel, right? So workshops could be an interesting angle for that, to be determined. There's other ways to do that too, which we've discussed. We have discussions going on about that. We've got some plans in the roadmap for some of these types of content beats. But I'll definitely be looking forward to discussing that more.
I'll show you something like
down the road when we have something a bit more
afterwards.
Concrete. I know you just asked about workshops. That's actually been hot on my mind lately, and sort of my whole thought process as we figure out what to do with those down the road.
And just to add on to that too, just some inside baseball for folks for Burning Springs. This was something we also actually talked about, explored for workshops. There was the challenge of, can we do this? Can we add it? And then also, what changes do we want to do? So we've got those creative juices already flowing. It's movement. We just decided for this specific patch, we wanted to have a bunch of everything in there and to do this correctly. So giving it more time to bake in the oven a little bit.
The workshops are fun, you know? It's like all these really the spaces are really unique. Like even the most recent the drive-through or the drive-in movie theater in Burning Springs, it's really distinct. I love playing through those. I love the big the workshops in Ash Heap. So yeah, there's definitely something there. We are not done with workshops.
Was that question from the coffee?
I believe it was, yeah.
Yes,
We
the
should
one and
just-
only coffee.
Only one
They
coffee.
took it
just-
offline.
I'm just making sure. I do want to just express my eternal gratitude to
Coffee,
and
I
all of the-
apologize for
I believe-
Carl.
Even questioning that there's one.
Yeah, I believe Coffee's
hero.
government name on Discord is Coffee888. So let's use that properly. So I understand where Carl came from.
Mhm.
True,
Just
true,
making
true.
sure. Just making. He's legend, pure legend.
I
Agreed.
agree, Carl. Yeah.
Okay,
question.
on to the next. This one is from Kakash. This is for John. Salutations, dev team. There are some positively ancient bits of content in the game that really hasn't been touched as the game has gotten more and more updates, particularly brewing. Viv deserves more brews. The My Personal Terminal, very outdated, and the creature taming, the effective precursor to camp pets. Has there been any consideration about sprucing up some of this old content?
Yes, absolutely. So we talk about this all the time when scoping out or planning out future roadmaps and timelines, right? So we have a roadmap and a timeline set out for years in advance from now. And those are made by looking at player feedback, the kind of broad strokes, and seeing what kind of impactful, they don't even have to be big, what kind of impactful changes that we can add to the game to help kind of make all of these loops, all of these different activities that we have in the game a bit more cohesive. So we have a long list, right, of things that we would like to do, and the process there is weighing those interests against the tempo of the timeline for the years to come. So your requests you made, they're very specific. Those are some things that we have discussed and talked about where they fit, either TBD or I just can't say at this point. But we are very mindful of existing systems in the game that could use, you know, a bit of a refresher. You know, one that comes to mind for me, and again, I'm not sure when we would do something about this, but how many of you out there know about the U-Minute maps, right? You go to the vending machines, you get the U-Minute maps, brings up a little circle and you go and you mine for it's a lot of people don't even know about that, but it's really cool and it's really fun. And I think sometime down the road, there's room to play that up in some ways.
I wanted to see what this
Love
message
that.
said.
Now I want to find the maps. I've never done
Oh
that.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
no
I
problem.
know. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's there's a number of those vending machines set up in the world. If you go to
The tunnel,
let's see. Do you
the
recall
one by-
where one is, Carl?
Should be by. I was about to say the name. Murmur.
Murmur.
Yeah.
Murmur.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
There's G's and H's in there. Okay, they can be. Yeah, but there should be
They're
one
out
there.
Yeah, it's so funny. Talking about our map as being kind of like a theme park. When I go to Disneyland, right, and I'm walking around, it's yeah, I see the big things to do, the big roller coasters, the big rides. But what I've always found the most fun is when I'm kind of peeking around the corners, and I'll find like the secret entrance to club. What is it called? 33, I think. Or
Yeah, they
what is
are.
this?
What up,
You know,
Ram?
there's this little sideshow going on with animatronic birds. It's all these side things to find. 76 is full of that stuff. It is full of it, and a lot of it people don't know about. That's okay, that's okay, because then there's stuff for them to discover. But we do talk about some of those that could use a bit of polish or a bit of a nudge or a bit of an update. So yeah, keep that feedback coming.
It's such a
It
hard
is on
name to
our
say,
radar,
Savage.
and we do talk about it.
Awesome. Thank you, John. Right, what do we got next? So now we're going to talk a little bit about caravans and milepost 0. So this first question in this category is from Luck, Bounty Hunter, and Scuzz1204. So this is for Carl and John. With Milepost 0 shutting down and the exclusive items from caravanning being moved to Highway Town, is there any chance of the NPCs unique to the location ever appearing again, like Theo or Marley? It'd be interesting to see what becomes of them after this update.
Yeah. Do you mind if I answer the first part of that, Carl, and then I'll pass to you?
Yeah, go for it.
So, Milepost 0 had to clear out of Skyline Valley.
A lot of people don't know about Coffee.
We're kind of forced out in a way.
That's the crazy thing.
You're going to find
I
out
may have to make a
why
video
and how pretty soon. However, those vendors still have.
You
to
really
make a
do,
living,
Smart.
right?
You really do.
They still need caps. They have to eat too. So we have made plans for them. They have been moved, and now I'm going to pass it to Carl to discuss the vendors.
Yeah, so I mean, the simplest one is that Wendy, who actually wasn't even available in live, Wendy's available in Highway Town now. They're characters that were near and dear to us. As content comes up, there'll always be the question of if we can wrap somebody into a story there to keep that story moving forward. So it's going to be a balancing act, since it becomes legacy content that not everybody's going to have the same context that a new player would have, or other way around. New players wouldn't have the context that the old players would have, but it is still an opportunity to let our older players be. I did it too. Sorry, Bill. Our
Advanced.
well-established players be able
Veterans.
to appreciate
Veteran, yeah.
There you go. Be able to appreciate content that was there before. So I
But you got to remember how long Danielle's been on the team.
Seeing them again.
You know what I mean? In the 76
in some
side.
cases, we probably a character like
Well
Theo
past
was pretty rich in
the
the
amount
amount of things that were implied with his background. To bring him back and just kind of have him be a vendor who was selling things felt like a bit of a waste. So there's always the opportunity to dig into those stories more in the future.
I will add this. They didn't leave by choice.
Yeah.
It became too dangerous for them to be there. They do.
A lot to think about. Thank you both. This next question is from Trashy.
Yeah, basically a hint, nudge,
For
nudge.
John and Bill. When the caravan update
They always
happened,
do it. I love it. Oh, is that me? Or is that them?
Skyline Valley is so beautiful,
that was
and I
them.
hate
Okay.
to see all of that go to waste.
What do you say, Bill?
Yeah, so we're not, but stay tuned because we have a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see.
All right.
I can add to that, though. That good reason will allow you to build in more places.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's something we've already changed. Yeah. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay
And to note too,
tuned.
I saw something in the comments of like, I wish you guys could tell us exactly what you're doing. So the reason we don't is we want to make sure that when we're saying it, we have that high level of confidence and we can tell you when exactly it's coming out and that we're confident about that state. So we're not doing that to be, teases or, we're providing the best experience we can for you and letting you guys know when things are coming out to that high level of confidence, just so expectations are set properly too.
Yeah,
I just don't
very
want to lose my
important.
job. That's
Yeah,
the reason.
and yeah, there's a there's a laser always pointed at us saying if you break your non-disclosure, the laser
You're
goes
in a
off.
safe space, Carl. It's okay.
You don't have the laser, John?
Nobody's recording this.
Okay.
No, yeah, nobody's recording
except
it.
for some people.
It's an orbital
Nobody.
laser called
Nobody.
the Wrath of Todd.
Yeah.
Wrath of Todd.
Oh goodness. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. This is from Nanotechnician HQ.
Fallout Seattle would be nice.
Hey, Carl. Can the tunnel be made into player housing so at least it's not 100% abandoned?
That's a good question. Actually, I don't believe we considered that. And when you say player housing, I assume we mean a shelter. I don't believe we have talked about that. We have talked about other ways we could use it in the future. I don't think we've settled on one that we're happy with just yet. Turning it into a shelter is an interesting idea. I'll bring that up with our team.
Yeah, I would build in that. That would be cool.
You know, it was a great time. I heard from a lot of folks.
I mean, there's a certain group in the game that might not take kindly to that. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I don't
Take
want to
this
get us.
offline.
So it's heating
We'll
up.
circle
down
back.
here. It is
Yeah, yeah.
heating up.
All right. So, oh no, not last question. I thought it was. Oh, actually, maybe it is. Yes, this is the last question. From Rocket. This is for John, but maybe the whole group. I loved Skyline Valley. Burning Springs is the new hotness, but its coming also brings the shuttering of Milepost Zero and caravans, and Skyline Valley is about to become very desolate. The region was an incredible addition to the map only a year ago, and some of us felt it already didn't get enough love. Can you talk to us about the plans for Skyline Valley, since it's now, aside from one world event, one nuke event, and one seasonal event, there's no ongoing endgame content left in the
Not
region?
yet. Not
So what
yet.
we got going on?
Yeah, so we can't talk about Skyline Valley. However, as far as future stuff, however, what we can say is we love Skyline Valley too. And we are certainly not done with it.
Not yet.
It's a great answer, John. It's a great answer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I told you all at the start of this, we had a lot of questions about future plans. Future. Everybody, it's probably because, we're nearing the end of the year, holiday season's coming up. Everybody wants to know what's coming later down the line. So definitely Skyline Valley, more plans coming for it. So stay tuned.
I'm not
all
used
right.
to getting comments from you, Richard.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, I feel like we need to catch Richard up on a few things following this.
All right, so let's wrap this up, gang. So since we're heading into the Thanksgiving holiday, there was a question from Fearless Blue. Would you rather fight one giant turkey or 30 small turkeys?
Hey, appreciate you, Auntie.
30 small turkeys, more feathers exploding.
Okay, John's in. Bill. Bill, pick one.
You're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted.
Bill.
You
30
muted.
small ones. Yeah, sorry.
30 small ones? Okay.
Turkey's got him.
Danielle, go. One giant
That
turkey or
sounds
30
fun.
small turkeys?
I would do one giant turkey if I can bring some friends along and we just
Nope,
take them
it's
down.
just you. It's just you.
Oh, well,
You did.
Bring a
I'll
chainsaw.
stick with my answer.
That's what I'm talking about. Rebecca.
Are we talking about a turkey or a thrasher? I think want to clarify that.
Oh,
I saw turkey in the question.
Turkey?
I saw turkey.
I'm gonna be brave. I think one giant turkey would be very fun. I think I could make it my friend, and that would be my new mount to go around and travel places. That'd be awesome.
yes.
Your chocobo.
And then Carl.
Yeah, we'll chocobo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a trick question because thrashers do not travel solo; they always travel in groups. So 30 small turkeys is
Got
definitely
a
better. but
chocobo.
We're saying
That thing
it's
would
like
kill me.
literally a giant. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They're still pretty mean. There's go with the small turkeys, I think.
Tame
Yeah,
it
I've
to
had
be a
a pretty
friend.
bad experience. Pretty bad experience with turkeys in real life, Richard.
Well,
What an
it's too-
insensitive question, Richard.
I'm crushing it. Apparently, I'm getting a lot of great feedback from my
Real
colleagues
bad
here.
As of
experience
right
with
now,
turkeys.
neither confirm
So
nor
sorry,
deny.
I didn't
Right
mean to
now,
bring up
potato.
bad memories. But before everybody goes, I just want to say two things. The first one being, before the season ends, just wanted to call out, if you were interested in obtaining the player title for Caravans, make sure every character who you want the title on has completed the quest A Bump in the Road. Completing that Caravan intro quest will give your character the player title Caravan
it is, Alan.
Investor immediately upon logging in when Burning Springs launches.
It's very informative. I
So I
love
just
that
wanted
they
to make
started to
sure
do
I
this.
called that out,
And then we can
everybody.
kind of
We're
talk
gonna
about
make
everything.
a post about it too, because I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh no, I missed out on it. I didn't know." So make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, tell everybody
Tell
who
everybody.
you think may be interested. And then the second thing I had, but it has flown out of my mind so quickly that I don't think I'll ever be able to recapture it.
So they're talking about
we're just going to end it there, folks.
DX12,
Thank you so much for coming out
PlayStation 5
and
version,
for
as
joining
well
us.
Xbox
Thank you to
Series
the
X,
awesome
S.
devs who came and gave some great answers. We hope you're looking forward to Burning Springs on December 2nd. Stay tuned for those patch notes. And yeah, that's it, gang. Happy Thanksgiving for those celebrating.
Bye, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you,
Dun,
everybody.
dun, 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 dun. All right. Now, let's get into here. Let's play some Fallout, and we can talk about the AMA. So, like I always tell everybody, if you ask a specific question, you are going to not get that answer. You are going to get the business answer, because they can't tell you everything that they have planned, because A, it's not set in stone, and B, it's one of those things that they are still working on a lot of things. So it's definitely one of those things that over the course of time, you'll figure out, you know what I mean? Let me mute the game. No, actually, that just muted mine. Here, let me turn the game off sound-wise. And there's always going to be that with those things. But the thing is that I absolutely love is the fact that, the grain silos today. I forgot about that one. I still don't know if I'm going to get this. I like that. I like that. And I like that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get, because I like that and I like that. I already have the 9-ball from a few seasons back, like season 10 or somewhere around there. Already have those. But as far as it goes, I do like their answer to no, you look, maybe it'll be back. Maybe it'll be back. Maybe it'll be back. Well, so Mike, here's the deal about that. Hey, appreciate you, Jerry. Thanks to Bethesda for giving me atoms. Because they have started to give me some atoms to like show off certain builds and stuff like that and things from the Atomic Shop. FCC compliance. God knows the amount of money that I've spent on this game. I'm like, you mean to tell me I could have asked for atoms before? Did not know that. Did not know that. Had no idea. Had no idea. I found that out at the New York event. And I'm not the only one. There was a few of us that went, wait, what? Okay. What a challenge is for today. I'm not doing that one. I want an epic. I kind of already did the majority of dog food, decorations, rataways, craft ammo workbench, complete event while on the team, cripple robos. I got this. I can do it. I can do that. Do you think I could ask for atoms? I mean, you could. I don't know. I don't know if you get it. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Oh, that's right. I did this to have the event done in apparel. I mean, in costume. I need to put my head back on. Hey, look, Coffee, I still got those things. The next giveaway partially sponsored in part by Coffee Ghost. But yeah, no, I like their answer as far as it goes to the side. Though there is a history of them taking away camp spots, and I can understand. I didn't even think about that. I'm going to be real. Well, so Chicken, I think the thing about it is about the making videos and stuff like that. So maybe you should start making more videos. But like, so the thing about, oh, wait, is it Invaders from Beyond? It is. I didn't even realize it is top of the hour. Let's go. But so I didn't even think about it in the aspect of them not wanting to take away spots from players. I didn't even think about that. And I think it's smart that that's their answer, but that answer should have been said at the beginning. That should have been said in the beginning, because elsewise you leave people up to their own devices. And when you leave people to their own devices to make the reason of why, you know what I mean? Let's see. I better control me about not getting to going to the. Oh, I don't care what you do. I'm just chilling. Like I said, I'm gonna be playing about 30 minutes to an hour. And then I'm gonna go play Valheim after I put some chicken thighs on. Chicken thighs, have got it going on. What build am I on? I think I'm on my shotgun build. Yep, I'm in my shotgun build. I'm on my shotgun build. This is a new build that I'm working on. So, a little bit of fun in the Wasteland Sun. I hate when I get stuck. Dude, playing Valheim makes me wish for a nuclear winter. No, I'm just kidding. It changed. The FOV is so different, you know what I mean? It's so different that I have to get used to it again. What kind of glowing mask are we going to get? Or is it going to be a glowing mask today? I don't know. Never have enough. No. And the thing is, even if you get given atoms, you still don't have enough. You know what I mean? Because they're always coming out with like very expensive bundles and stuff like that. Because it's not like whenever I ask for them, it's just like they gave me atoms. So to stay FCC compliant, I mention it. I'm going to mention it. Also, it looks like, by the way, I don't remember who was asking about them putting things in order in the Atomic Shop. I don't remember who asked that, but it seems like because there was a website that Duchess Flames mentioned, and then it just got a bunch of traffic because Mr. Church just made a video while he was out of town about it. Yeah, I'm going to smoke them. By the way, I had a few people ask me, this is the splintered stovepipe paint for the cold shoulder. I was stuck in a running animation there for a second. But yeah, I can definitely understand why they gave that answer. They just need to make sure, and I'll say something to Danielle and Rich about it, of just being like, hey, I like that answer. That's a good answer. You know, we just definitely we should say that early so people can't like run crazy with the ideas. You know what I mean? But that's the thing about it, is it's so weird to me. Like if you would have told me a few like years ago, even like 2-something years ago, 3 years ago, that I'd have a voice in the community around 76, I'd call you crazy. I'd call you insane. And then if you told me that like I'd be invited to stuff like that or be able to have conversations with the team, I would have called you absolutely nuts. But I think those questions were really good. Like they were good constructive criticism. They were good like thoughts bits, you know what I mean? Okay, it's not today. Okay, sweet. I was wondering, I was like, is it? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just make sure. Nope. All right, sweet. Well, I'm not over encumbered. What is this madness? And the thing is, it's not me. Like so many content creators just sit there and tell you it's all because of them. Da, 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 da. No, it's not. Like we're just. What's the word I'm thinking of? schizophrenic, kind of, sort of, content creators are. I made a video on this a while back. Was on a previous channel about how the fact is that when content creators are talking on video, they're basically talking to themselves and answering questions from people they can't see and could be imaginary. Or streamers, when you don't have anybody like watching your content, you're basically just talking to yourself. You know what I mean? Kind of just talking to yourself. I wish I could sentence people. Pickle juice. I saw someone already complaining about the lack of content in the past December update. I would drink a gallon of pickle juice. I love pickle juice. But that's the thing about it is, like, there are always going to be people who complain. And I'm going to get called a shill, like, more times than none. That's fine. I don't care. And the reason I get called that is because I have the positive outlook that I do. I appreciate you, coffee. I have the positive outlook that I do. And I always try to find the positivity in everything. And the reason I have that is because I am, like, internally one of the most negative people that I know. I let those thoughts get to me 22 years ago, tried something, didn't work out. And now for the past 22 years, I've said it's another day in paradise. And I will always try to find the positive in every situation. Having a legendary mod actually swap the build. Dude, I want a legendary, like, I want the ability to have the legendary cards, perk cards associated with the build. I want that. You are so on point with that. That is something I want. But that's the thing. So the thing about it is, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna, there's always gonna be people that want to complain, and you can't let that bother your day. So my grandfather, God rest his soul, told me something absolutely amazing. And this, for those who don't know, sometimes I do cuss. And I'm about to. So, because I'm verbatim copying what my grandfather said. My grandfather told me at one point, he said, Jason, if you can't control something, if you can't control the outcome of something, don't let it fuck with yours. So basically, to sum it up, if you can't control somebody complaining, don't let their fucked up attitude mess with yours. And guess what? At the end of the day, their opinion matters. Your opinion matters. We can all be friendly with each other. Fuck off and have a good day. You know, there's many things that we can do in life. I thought for a second I heard like a creature. You know what I mean? I was like, wait a second, it's not that time. What's that busted radio sounding? Talk about alleviating storage. Yes, dude. Yes, no. I was very excited about that. That is something there's a point that, like, I am one of those people that was recording. I definitely was. And that's going to be part of a video. Like, I was trying to think if I should make a recap of it. Or something along that line. But that's definitely going to be one of those that I talk about. By the way, welcome to the 2 spots that I love to go to get a Vendiga. The potential chance. Yeah, common account storage would be great. Like a shared stash or something like that. I am a person that has 3 accounts. Not 3 characters. I have 3 accounts. I have an Xbox Game Pass account. I have a Mule account on Steam, and I have my main account on Steam. So I have 15 characters in total. And I am one of those people that have, you know what I mean? That, you know, yeah, it's definitely one of those, and I didn't want to talk a lot, except for a few spots, because I didn't want to step on their toes, because it's their time to talk and everything like that. But it was more of me giving a place for people that either forgot about the time, you know what I mean? They don't know, you know, they don't have access to the Discord for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Oh, you mean your old dusty unused Xbox? No, it's not dusty. It's the Series S. It's still practically brand new. You know what I mean? It's practically brand new. But yes, I don't use it. But yes, I don't really use it. Yes, I mean it's kind of covered up, wrapped. You know what I mean? I almost put it in a box, but I got my PlayStation 4 and my Xbox, so I just don't use them. I just don't. As a PC player, I don't want to pay for a subscription. You know what I mean? That I'm not really going to use. It's hard for me to justify that. Like now, I was thinking about using the PlayStation 4. Also, Shooter, there was something you said about. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So, at the New York event, when we were sitting there like talking, there was something said about look at all those Mothmen cultists chilling on the bridge and dead. It's almost like they should have worshipped someone else, like Bigfoot. That was from Captain T's himself, John Rush. Discord link to what? Mine is down in the description. Also, we're raising money for St. Jude's with Fallout for Hope. Right now, we're $250 off of me having to wear my either normal power armor helmet or my Nuka Cola power armor helmet for 30 minutes to an hour while I play Fallout 76. And then at the $1,000 mark, we have me having to do a 12-hour stream. Which, by the way, 50% of what I make on Twitch, YouTube, is ad revenue, memberships, donations, blah, 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 that whole thing. Merchandise sales, all that stuff, almost a crap. Because I just don't really care two shits about it. Like as far as like the money goes. But 50% of my revenue when I am raising money for a charity goes to that charity. So 50% of what I make in the month of November will be going there. Because if I'm asking y'all to put your money where your mouth is and donate to a good cause, then why should I not do the same? If they were to add a Bigfoot, well, so that's the thing, Shooter. It is the birthplace, I do believe, of Grassman, which is basically, if my aim was good, which is basically Bigfoot. Also, for those of you who don't know, it's not a guarantee, but there is the, albeit small chance that there is going to be a rare bat. Remember, indigo, pink, and yellow. The lower the level, the better it is for rarity. I appreciate you, Quartermain. Ours is actually Mirelurk. Exclamation Mirelurk. Stabby came up with that one. Where's my dance? Where's my dance? There it is. Woo! Dancing. We got Raven in here. Rain makes corn. God, dang it, that's popped in my head again. Dang it. But yeah, so I definitely like what they're talking about. And I'm very excited to see what the team's working on with the faction idea. Like the faction idea that they were talking about as far as like workshops, because I don't really do workshops. I don't care about PvP. I'll do PvP with friends. I'll do it if people want to do it. I'm not going to win. I suck. But I do like that factions bit. It should work. It may be busted right now and not wanting to work properly. Cause it dumb sometimes. You know, technology. Technology is just a. But yeah, that's why like Stabby came up with Mirelurk and we made a t-shirt around it. Yeah. Damn good. Get out of here, you devilish swine. I gotta pee. Show the Nuka Cola. Yeah. Dude, I'll show you both of them. I don't care. Oh. This is my normal one. And then this is my Nuka-Cola one. I could I can always add Master Chef. Get off me, mother. Also. No, yeah, I'd like, my head canon is that Stabby came up with it. That's the way I always remember it. I don't think you did. So I do have another one coming that I could wear. I do have something else. Now, I bought it. There's actually two things. I have one. This is just packed up. I could wear this one, too. I could wear that one. Or I could wear this one. Because I think we were saying that in OWR. The fuck is the OWR? Outer Worlds? Old World RuneScape? Old World RuneScape. Old World Radio. Fuck, I forgot about Old World Radio. My brain goes to Old World RuneScape. No, they're not cheap. But thankfully people use my code like to save 20% at the Bethesda gear store. And I make a commission from that, like 10% of whatever people spend. And so the great thing about that is I can use that to like purchase stuff. They could do be doing armor, apparel, purge. So I saw somebody ask that question. I would be perfectly fine with them to get rid of legacy and injected items like the legendary apparel, the jetpacks on things that they don't need jetpacks on or shouldn't have jetpacks on. But also too, I don't think it's coming around just yet. They're not going to tell anybody when it's coming around. But it's one of those things that it hasn't nothing's been upset with an Olive Cart. You know what I mean? Exactly. So, Jay, the reason that I wanted to stream it is that people could have a point of reference to come back to. Because, they've never specifically said don't record or don't like live stream it. I know Angry Turtle live streamed it last time. So I nobody said not to, so I can ask clarification, make sure that that's okay to do in the future. But hey, it is what it is, bruv. Also, I don't really run ads on YouTube streams because I would hate for people to get ads. I can't control it on Twitch though. I can control it on YouTube though. I can absolutely control that on YouTube. Well, I'm gonna do this event. Boom, boom. I'm gonna pull that weapon out. That's what I'm gonna do. Dropped off again after completing the season. And that's the thing. It's a good thing to take a break. And I always tell everybody, take breaks. Don't burn yourself out. If you feel like burnout's coming, take a break. Take a break so you don't feel burnout coming. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people. That's what I tell everybody. And I think some people find it strange coming from someone who like creates content on 76. I may be a person that creates content on YouTube, but I'm a human being, and I understand that y'all are human beings at the same time. Yep, being a Prime sub, no ads. That is a delectable thing with Twitch. I still remember when Twitch put those in. I'm like, oh God. Maybe a Black Friday sale on campsites. I asked. There's nothing I can either confirm nor deny. Because they could neither confirm nor deny. So, we'll see. We shall see. Definitely take a break until next season. You should. Oh, y'all want to see something fun? Other than the innate ability of me sucking. Because I don't have a heavy build on right now. Let me mute the... Wait, have y'all not been able to hear the game this entire damn time? I forgot to unmute the game. Son of a bitch! I haven't claimed anything yet. I usually just wait till the end. And that's the thing I always try to tell people. Everybody's got family and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Dude, 25H2, they were talking about finally being able to, you know what I mean? Burnout, not update. What you mean? I've got lots of family stuff between here and the update, so I don't have much to worry. Yeah, as far as burning out. No, I feel you on that one. I can wholeheartedly understand that. It's one of those things that, like, to me, as a person who predominantly only plays Fallout 76, it's something I have to remind myself as well. You know what I mean? I have to remind myself that, hey, you need to take a break. You need to do other things. Like, this year's been crazy. I've actually become a better husband this year because I spend more time with my wife. Now, my wife might tell you that it's not me being a better husband, it's that I annoy the shit out of her more. That's what she might tell you. She might tell you that I annoy the hell out of her. But I say that it's me being a better husband. Oh, but you know, it's my thing. My wife's name's Holly, so like anybody that has a wife, you know, named Holly, you know, you got to give them a hard time. That, you know, that's the thing. Oh, dude, Vermintide, that is a throwback. Finding all the grimoires and stuff like that. Yeah, let's go. Dude, I love Vermintide. That was such a good, like, fun game to play with people. We're right there together, Joe. We're right there together. That's what I think. That's what all of our wives say. I think Vermintide 2 is so different. You know what I mean? The first Vermintide was so much better. That was so much better. You know what I mean? Go ahead. My wife and kids? Yeah, exactly. I annoy my dogs and my wife. But they're spread out far and thin. You're usually coordinating with bots. Yeah, exactly. Vermintide 1 was good. Vermintide 2, for some reason, did not hit well with me. It did not resonate like I thought it would. But I absolutely loved Vermintide. That was back on my old channel when I used to play that. Hey, there you go, Dine. Oh, Koof. Dining. Let's go. After I get this done, I will probably call it for the day. Well, I still got to do these. I'd forgotten all about these. Let me go do these real quick. And then I will call it for the day. So I can A, go pee. B, get the pellet grill ready. And smoke some chicken thighs. And then play some Valheim. I still don't have all the Gat Plaz stuff. I still don't have all the Gat Plaz stuff. Good genre, yeah. No, like God, what was it? God. I don't remember that. I do not remember that game on PC. Left 4 Dead. That's it. So this is the cold shoulder, Koof. When are you gonna do Actionville? You mean Valheim? Is that the one you're talking about?
When you die, can I harvest you for bone shards?
Ooh, I like this. High Foundation, Sebi K would be happy about that. I like it. I like it. Oh, Jacksonville, Tuesday. Tuesday. Let's see. There we go. That's my fishing camp. Let me go up to my Welcome to 76 camp. A new video came through. Yeah, I'm trying to put those out around lunchtime, not to screw with people. The food videos, I don't think will live on this channel. Maybe the short version of them will, or something like that. Or maybe I'll just do them to where the ones on my channel are themed around video games, not the amalgamation of like, pretty much anything I just feel like cooking. That'll probably go on the second channel. The ye old Good Neighbor Farms. Fallout 5 or something new in the Fallout series? Yeah. You didn't see the news about Fallout 5 coming out? It came out yesterday. You didn't see that? You should have stayed up to date. You should have kept up with the Joneses. That you know. No. Fallout 5's getting no. That's sarcasm. It's my main language other than English. No, it's gonna be one of those that's probably 2033, 2035 or something like that. God knows when. I don't know. I have no idea. No, Fallout 76 is the Fallout game that they're actively pushing right now until Fallout 3 Remaster, Fallout New Vegas. But the Fallout remasters, I don't believe are being pushed by Bethesda. I think those are probably being pushed by Microsoft, because even Todd Howard said he doesn't want to do remasters. He wants them just to live the way they are. But you know, the great thing is with the Oblivion remaster being the way it is, with no marketing or anything like that, they saw how much that sold. So probably gonna Fallout 3 remaster is probably gonna be the exact same. No fanfare or anything like that. It's just going to be a boom, shoot, there we go. You know what I mean? Probably day of release. I think Fallout 5 probably would, because they have to build the hype up for that. They know a Fallout 3 or a Fallout New Vegas is just going to sell. They already know that. They don't have to do any market research on like, hey, Sean, do you think this is a good idea? Well, you know, Bill, I think this is a good idea. They don't got to ask no questions like that. They do. And I was really glad to see that nobody fucked around and asked Fallout 4 anniversary questions today, because it's a different team. I had somebody say something to me about that in the comments. I was like, well, does it really matter if they ask that question? It's a different team working on Fallout 76, so they'll just be like, I'm sure the team's working on the anniversary edition. I don't know. Let's just hope it doesn't take another 18 months, you know, something like that to fix the issues. I know they sent out a patch the other day, but like, let's just hope they can get everything fixed as fast as humanly possible. But yeah, about time. Not realizing there. Yeah, that's a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of different like teams at Bethesda. I mean, the amount of teams that work on 76, you know what I mean? There's a few of them. Oh, no worries, buddy. But y'all, seriously, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us on this wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks so much for coming out. I don't know why I sing it like a baseball bit every single daggum time, and the Mothman done showed up at my daggum house. The Mothman done showed up at my daggum house. Why are you scaring people? Hey, buddy. Oh wait, no, that's not that's my statue. Okay, I'm like, what in the absolute hell? Adios, turd nuggets. Wonderful. My name's JP. But yeah, we're gonna try to stream some tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some Valheim. We have Jesus Christ, hydrate. That's things you can do over on Twitch, by the way, with channel points. What's up, Josh? But probably I might do some Valheim. We've got epic loot and some other mods on there. I think we might be taking out Bone Mass and maybe Motor tonight. Maybe. So maybe we do some farming for some epic loot tomorrow on stream, or figure out what we got going on. But y'all have a great and wonderful day. Drake, and have a good one, buddy. Have a great one. Y'all, seriously, love you. Enjoy your Friday night. Whether you're playing Fallout 76, Fallout 4 New Vegas, Fallout 3, 2, 1 Tactics, whatever it is that you're playing, I hope you have a great and wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Y'all, peace. Love ya. Oh no, we're already good. We got like 6 crypts that are on this one swamp. And then we've already technically been to the mountain and found some silver that was already exposed on the surface. So let's go. I don't have Frostneer or anything like that yet. I don't have that. I'm doing it just with an iron mace. But yeah, the epic loot. There's a reason why I'm saving silvers, because I'll probably get one very, very soon. But y'all, love you. Have a good one. Peace.